What's that?
My phone.
Welcome, it's your boy Marrico
Million Moe EZ.
and we are here today, Straight Out of the Basement episode podcast, episode 5. We live.
5, we live.
Yeah, yes sir. It took us fucking long enough. We've been sitting here trying to
2
troubleshoot
hours.
for damn near 2 hours. But we got it up, we got it live. We live. It's looking lit. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a cool little quick show today. Shit, what you been on now? You know what I'm saying? To get to you before I even skip to all of these subjects. We got a couple subjects at hand. But yeah, what you been on, bro? We missed one episode, so now
Missed the episode.
you know.
We missing our other host.
We missing our other host. Yeah, let me sit over here too. You know what I'm saying?
Missing
Sit
Crane
close to this nigga.
Shit, man. Like I said, I've been chilling, man. Just trying to organize some shit. You know what I'm saying? My season is underway. You know what I'm saying?
Your season.
Yeah, summer. Nigga.
I think you should expound on that statement, my brother.
My season, man. Million Moe EZ month is not too far. The month of June, Wealth and All Weekend. So I've been trying to organize and pretty much orchestrate that whole little situation, venues, you know what I'm saying, catering, security, DJ, bottles, all that, you know what I'm saying, all that event planning shit that goes into epic pool parties as I do annually. You know what I'm saying? This one got to be super duper epic. One nigga's been locked up for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? So we missed a year or so from, you know what I'm saying, Wealth and All Weekend pool parties.
Shit. You missed the whole year because of coronavirus. Then 2019, did you do a pool party?
We did, but that joint ended up getting shut down because you know how back home is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So 2019, that joint ended up getting shut down, but 2018 was epic as a motherfucker.
Was I there? I was there.
Shout out to PGE. He was there. You know what I'm saying? That was the joint that we did in Clinton.
Facts. Okay. Yeah.
So shout out to PGE.
That was good. That was a good space. It could have we could have did a lot more, but you know what I'm saying. I that was my first time rocking with that space. What was that at in Temple Hills, right? Yeah. That was hard.
Yeah.
So
Actually, no, I did do one
tonight. Give us a little.
I did one 2019 at the Temple Hill Swim Club. That was the joint that we shot the video and shit.
I was there.
Yeah, you shot the shit, nigga.
Hey, you know I gotta make sure, man. I'm burnt out, man.
Yeah,
I work hard.
I know that was 2019. We shot the Wealth and All Weekend joint. We did some scenes for the music video.
Facts. Okay.
That was 2019.
So what was
2018?
That was 2019.
That was Temple Hills.
I must have went up there for that. I guess.
You came here and then I came out here to finish the video.
Got you.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's
that was
true.
2019.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
And then 2018 is the joint I did with PGE and Drizzy and you know what I'm saying, and Clinton. So
okay.
So this is an annual thing,
I'm
bro.
all caught up.
Yeah, this is an annual thing. So we was locked up all 2020, so 2021, Wealth and All Weekend, you know what I'm saying? Champagne Shower was the sequel. You know what I'm saying? We bringing that joint back for part 2. Just trying to orchestrate all that, you know what I'm saying? Get that organized properly, so, you know what I'm saying? Show Atlanta how the fuck Million Moe EZ do parties. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my Dungeon Files is out, still streaming on all platforms right now, so lining up media press runs for Rome. Waiting on the little documentations, but I'm out of pretty much rocking OTM, All-Time Media. It's the publishing company that I do artist consulting for now, so we locking in all our details on that shit. About to sign.
So you're hold on, we can't skip over that. You're consulting for a publishing company.
Yes. So let these artists know that they leaving a whole lot of money on the table, and you need to come fuck with All-Time Media to get all your royalties intact.
So what is On Top Media doing that the artist can't get to? You know where I'm getting at.
I know exactly where you're getting at, man. These artists don't really know where they need to be without giving too much for free. They don't know where they need to be as far as, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily subscriptions, but what websites that they need to be tapped into. Like, they just think BMI ASCAP.
Companies, not websites.
Entities, right.
There you go.
They think BMI ASCAP is pretty much as far as it is. You know what I'm saying? They think just because they shit is on Apple Music or TuneCore, whatever, put their shit on Apple Music and YouTube and all that shit, that, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna keep running people to run up their streams, and that's how they get their bread. But I've recently learned from you and, you know what I'm saying, my man Justin and Dre and Real and all them over Off Top Media, Man, there's so much money being left on the table, and so many other little companies that they really need to, you know what I'm saying, be affiliated with to make sure that they get their money.
So you basically plug in artists with the publishing company. You're consulting for them. So you plugging them with the publishing company to say, hey, rock with these guys, and the publishing company is going to get you more money than you was making by yourself. Okay, so I have a question from the outside looking in for something that I truly don't know. I'm asking you because I truly don't know. You know, I ask questions when I don't know. So, from what I hear, publishing companies are giving people the bag on the front end for a piece of for basically ownership or a percentage of ownership of your publishing. Are they offering that same? No.
Nah, off top media, we're not gonna offer you a bag and then tell you that you gotta give us a percentage of, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we basically, what we want to do is make sure that it's staged genuine, make sure you don't feel robbed of anything. So you coming to us for a service to receive this information, it is going to cost you, but it's, you know what I'm saying, it benefits you in the long run if you just follow.
What you mean it's going to cost you?
Like, this consulting isn't free. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to know what business is, what.
Hold on. Are you saying your consulting isn't free, or their consulting
None
isn't free?
None of the consulting in regards to on-time media is free.
On-time media, is it a consulting company or are you publishing company?
It's a publishing company, but we have a consulting service.
Okay, so if you don't want knowledge, if you, I get what you're trying to go with that. So you're saying.
So if you don't want to sign to the publishing company,
so what are y'all offering when you asking me to sign with you? Because from the artist perspective, I'm not signing nothing because I'm not getting nothing.
But you will be getting something. One, you'll be getting the information, and two, we'll be doing it for you as well. So you can consult and just get the information and go do it yourself. Or you can sign and we'll cover it for you. Then that will be, all right, we're going to be getting a percentage of it because we took care of this work. We ain't discussing all that. We're not disclosing all that information right now, you know what I'm saying?
That's regular shit.
But we're still on the growing terms of that as well. You know what I'm saying? So they just got to tap in. Stay tuned in. You get what I'm saying? So.
Okay, that's interesting.
What you got going on? You said you've been booked up a lot lately.
Shit, a lot of video gigs. Like I was saying last time, I've been tapped in with the music on a sneaky tip. So I mean, I'm on that pretty much right now. Oh snap, we got a couple. Hey.
My man is excited that we are live.
Yeah, for sure.
You know when computer people, you know what I'm saying, these technical individuals get some new shit popping with their toys, bro, they are consumed. We've been in here for 2.5 hours unplugging and plugging up cords and mic checks and shit.
The whole time I'm getting geeked up over the responses though, because you know I see people
from the live
for sure.
Next we're gonna have to do a screen. Somewhere, so
I was trying to get popping right there.
Yeah, so we can. I mean, we wouldn't be able to see that screen anyway. That's on my screen that we can see.
I got a little TV.
You know what I'm saying? I think I might got one too. But anyway, yeah, that'd be dope. But anyway, so you said you've been booked up with shooting. Have you?
Yeah, I've really been not spreading myself too thin or homo. You know what I'm saying? So like. Taking in only the video gigs I want to work. I've been telling a lot of people no. Because you can be busy and make a lot of money by just being busy all the fucking time. But it's stressful. So I really so been picking what I want to do. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't pick. I'm not super particular. But sometimes it's just, hey, yo, I got $250 for you to come do this. And it's going to take me a couple days to do. It's not worth me stepping out the house for. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
Because a lot of people want to come up, they want that. You need that. It's levels to everything. But something that's going to take me 4 days to do, or let's say 24 hours to do, and you only paying $250, that's literally $10 an hour. I could have worked at Walmart and got that. You get what I'm saying?
Not facts.
So, you know, you just gotta I just been making shit make sense, and then working on my music on my terms and my pace, and being and reflective, like just, you know. But I don't really want to get into my music bag right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've really just been doing my shit like how I want to. Like I'm back in the spirit of things, for real. You know, you gotta be motivated to do the shit sometimes.
That's
you know
funny that you say that, because me and Ron was just having a motherfucking heated debate about that shit, because when I'm in the fucking studio with this nigga, I'm like, nah, bro, fuck that, do that shit again. That shit is trash. Like, I don't know how to talk to an artist per se. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm gonna speak how the fuck I feel about it, and that's just what it's gonna be. But yeah, he was like, man, you gotta understand, as an artist, bro, there's certain ways that we gotta fucking create. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, but nigga, get it right. If it's gonna be a specific way, just do it right that specific way. But I'm not an artist, so I don't really fully understand, you know what I'm saying, everything it takes to go into it. So I guess I gotta learn how to empathize with that. But
yeah, sometimes like.
So you had like a lack of motivation for music, or like what was it that?
Yeah. You know, even just not being like plugged in with producers. Like say you know how to do it the right way, but you can do it with a shortcut. I'd rather not take the shortcut just to be releasing music, rather than, you know, really developing a relationship with a producer or producers in a team, and then releasing music that way versus just like coming up with some cool shit in every now and then. Cause that don't excite me. You know what I mean? Like, it excites me when I know I got a budget to spend and I can create, versus me going to the studio doing this and then trying to figure out the next move and then trying to figure out the next move. I'd rather just say, hey, I got this amount of money and I'm going to create the product from start to end with this amount of money and make a certain amount of money back.
So you weren't always like that. So you feel like that's like growth as an artist, or do you feel like that's becoming more knowledgeable of the business? Do you feel like I wasn't always
like that though? I feel like I was always like that. It's just people never knew.
Okay.
Because my very first project, I always tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Welcome to my world.
Project, Welcome to My World, I spent maybe like $3,500 to $4,000. Let's just say I spent $3,000 to $4,000 doing my first ever mixtape project, whatever you want to call it. I released a song prior to that, like one song, you know what I mean, which was like swaggerific. I don't know if you remember that. I remember. So dropped the project, and I spent, let's say, $35 really. Well, I know it wasn't 4, but I made 12 back. You know what I mean? But it was with a plan. That's around the time I was dealing with Kelly as the manager, and she was fun and stuff, so I kept track of. She showed me like, yo, we keeping track of everything. You know what I'm saying? And then I made 12 back in the course of 9 months. Okay. So I was like, all right, that's a little part-time job for real. You know what I mean? At the time, this 10 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, all right, that's all right, you know? And I really spent the bag, you know what I'm saying, to be honest. Like, not even saying it like I blew it. Like, I just, you know, let shit happen. I was going to college, and you know what I'm saying? And I spent that little bit of money. And then I was like, all right, now it's time to do it again. But I ain't never had the I didn't even want to spend $3,000. I wanted to spend $6,000. You know what I mean? Like, and I knew what it was going to take versus me just trying to release a song and get hot by going to shows and meeting people. Because really, it take the money to build artists. You know, and build relationships and to be where you need to be to even do things at a certain level. Like, I fuck with the underground, and that's what I was going to tease Jesse this show. You know, I don't know if you looked in the notes and shit, like, what underground versus mainstream. But, like, I feel like you can be a mainstream artist and still be underground. Yeah. It's just, are you a underground artist to the degree of you only doing open mics forever, or do you ever get your own show? You ever start getting into mainstream features and stuff like that? It's just levels of artistry that don't separate. Just because you deal with people that are signed to labels don't necessarily make you a mainstream artist.
Flock, for instance, wouldn't be necessarily mainstream, but he has mainstream artistic features.
Correct. Yeah, he's an underground artist. Yeah,
basically. And in a sense of
that's a perfect example. Big Flock, somebody who you like. If he's in your city, you may not have heard of him, but it's very possible that you have heard of him.
Exactly.
Because of the things that he do. He not trying to go find the open mic on Eventbrite. You get what I'm saying? He gonna go plug with Lil Baby or You know what I'm saying? Whoever that's from his town that he know that got a following, he's gonna do the right things. I hear a lot of artists being like, man, you ain't gotta do that. People gonna love you if they not. No, bro. It's like people like you because of the things that you do.
Yeah.
Like it's
fact.
not about just everything going your way. You know what I mean? Like, so, like I said, to sum it up, I knew what I needed to do to create music, and I was inspired from time to time just to do something, just to be active, keep my skills sharp. You know what I'm saying? I'm still better than a lot of these rappers. You know what I'm saying? You already know. But
I'm looking forward to hearing some shit, bro.
But you know, I always knew what it took, so I was patiently waiting, and now my bag up, and now I'm ready, and now it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now you see how I can just produce a video and it's nothing, or I can just we can call 2-3 people in town, which is something I plan on doing this summer. You locking in, y'all stay here for a week. Can't send them somewhere, and then the camp here, and we locked in. You know, the first 24 hours we not leaving this room till we come out with a hit. You feel me? Like that's what I want to be on, and that take money. I gotta be able to pay Bugs to come in town and him to stay, and even just the nigga you eating on my diet and everything for the weekend. And now we can create how we want to create. We ain't gotta go to work.
Right.
You feel me? Like that was another thing. I was working, man. That shit was lame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, don't shit on the 9 to 5s, but
I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I get what you're saying.
To be creative, that shit was lame, bro. Like it was burning me out having to.
It hinders you.
Yeah, going having it, man. I know so many people who stuck on going to work versus them. You know what I'm saying? Being successful, because the work ain't gonna make you successful.
Yeah, I ain't trying.
So,
I'm not trying to fall victim to that bag at all.
Know, that's all I really been on, man. What's the tour splits looking like? He talking about it. Okay, so speaking of the tour, on top of me dropping that project, I did a tour with Cheryl. And you wasn't involved in it, which I don't know why. But we did.
People really don't want me a part of this tour simply because I'm going to charge you to host your events. And for some reason, they be trying to feel like they can do it better than me. And I've seen it happen. Like, I've seen people book me to come do their shit. I turn their shit up. They get all the good feedback. And that's not even on no arrogant shit. I can real live make the call to the people that were there and relationships that I still... Zone was one of the people he came and featured on my song and shit. Like, met me through hosting the event. And then after you see the energy that I'm bringing, it's like, you probably think, or in that moment, you feel like you can do the same shit that I'm doing. So it's like, all right, why would I pay him to do it when I can do it? And then I double back. I double down and come to your event just off the support. You're not paying me to host it, but I'm gonna come check it out. And I realize you're up there trying to do what you just paid me to do in your last one, and you look crazy doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm also that asshole that I've done this before, and I think I may have done it at one of Cheryl's events. Is if I find any window to get that microphone and host for a split second, I'm gonna turn your shit up. I'm gonna talk shit and then I'm gonna drop the mic and I'm gonna roll. Just because you have no choice but to see the intensity, the difference between what I do and what you do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, I guess they be trying to flake out, don't say they little couple $100 on booking me to host the events, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I won my award.
But see,
already.
that's another one of my things though. You say, man, a couple $100, bro. You should be $100, couple $100 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? $1 or $2 an hour. So, you know, because I feel like Mo would have been, like, let's say we'd have rose that price to that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
At this point, your demand wants you to let's just say we booked you 5 gigs in 2-3 months. You paid, you good. Versus 100, 200 head, 300 head. Nah. You feel me? You got to be a part, even if that takes you to put in. You know what I'm saying? Which I know you more than capable and willing to do, but you know what I'm saying? You just got to get more involved into that lifestyle, into that business.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But I forgot what the fuck I was saying. What the fuck I was about to say?
You were saying something about the tour that you was doing with Cheryl.
So the tour I did with Cheryl, me and her put together like a 4 or 5 show tour, right? The first joint we made it. Just put it like this: we made a bag, and it wasn't a huge bag, but it was like, shit, $700-800 a show, plus the artist made money. Like nobody got finessed. You feel me? Like something like you really be proud of. Like you ain't finessed because where we from, the whole thing is about a finesse. So the first thing I did was made it finesse proof. Right. Y'all, I'm not charging y'all nothing. You know what I'm saying? Until we get there. When we get there, now we talking numbers, and then everything else is paid for, and we get in the door and we getting alcohol. Like we truly made it all around the table. We was getting the bag, and bro, we first show was like 1,200. Second show was like 900. Next show was like 1,300. So I'm like, and this is within weeks. Like we did the whole tour. We did the whole tour in like 40 days, bro. So it was just like the last show was at Pure, which was, I guess, you know, why we kind of stopped doing stuff with her or ideas per se, because it was like hella unorganized, and I didn't realize until retrospect, like that very last show, like yo, like you late to every jump. I'm answering questions I don't know the answer to or trying to figure out, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's kind of like me and you, like we don't think the same, but
I hope that Pure drink.
Nah, I don't think so.
I remember we did a show at Pure.
Yeah, I think you was like, you might have like.
And y'all did another one.
Officially hosted, but you hosted it type shit. You came there with me and we took over, like because we was there at the time. Like I'm there, I beat you there, and you know what I'm saying. And people trying to pay me, and I don't even know what I'm getting money for. So I be like, I like to be in the know of those type of things. You know what I mean? So that's like why I kind of stopped dealing with her. But she was a good promoter. You know what I mean? And on the indie level, I was making the bag. And that was after I dropped the project. So the bag was just, I'm just seeing how you can do it by yourself without a label, without being popular. Because I ain't never was the nigga who did 50,000 streams and sell out shows. Like, but when I did do a show, I can bring 50 motherfuckers to a show, 100 motherfuckers to a show. You know what I mean? Like,
so I think where we come from, though, as far as that indie artist level, a lot of it kind of goes into your face card. You know what I'm saying? You had respect in that indie artist circle. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas knew who you and the rest of the team at the time was. Y'all niggas had a certain type of, you know what I'm saying, poise about you that niggas just respected. So off the strength of that, niggas was gonna come out and support and see what's going on with it. And I think that really matters. And you know what I'm saying, in summary, it's kind of like you gotta be somewhat likable. Or just respect it for that, you know what I'm saying? Because if don't nobody fuck with you, ain't nobody coming to your show regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know some weird ass niggas in that indie artist circle that they couldn't throw a show. Niggas ain't coming to that shit. It's just not gonna happen.
Yo.
What?
Why you not picking up my phone?
Who that?
Somebody called you, yo?
Nah. Ain't nobody called me. Yeah, we got a crazy fan on the comments.
Please don't give him the clout he doesn't deserve.
Read it out loud.
Nah, I ain't even live.
Please live. Who was it from? Let me see.
Yo. This is a wild. I'm not even gonna give him no. You did the promotion wrong. Never gave him your cut. You need to tell the truth. Yo, you a wild turkey. So back to what we was on. What's the time looking like? Let's hit these subjects, man. Let's get into these subjects right quick.
22.
We gonna have to get him a bonus pod this week because we ain't give him a pod last week, and we doing the Patreon pod soon too. So,
I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give him a bonus.
We're gonna give him a bonus this week, and we're gonna
do our regular.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, bet.
What's the time looking like though? So
22.
Alright, cool. Let's get into these subjects, man. Let's see if you still ain't heard you still ain't look up Charleston White, I bet.
Nope. I didn't.
We can get to him later. I'm gonna show you a video. We're gonna start referencing this funny ass guy.
Alright, bet.
So the first thing I thought of when I saw this caption, bro. Did you see the Joe Budden podcast situation?
How Roy and Maul ain't dead.
What the fuck is going on? I haven't. I've been looking at titles. I didn't really look into like what really.
I actually watched all the episodes that are.
Cause you a Joe Budden guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I go to get my news.
Right.
So I mean, basically, what I've been seeing is just like some shit kind of been building up. It seems like it's been some tension building up. I'm saying amongst friends with little slick comments here and there, et cetera, et cetera. And
like on the show.
Yeah, like on various episodes. And when Joe referenced the shit, I actually do remember I guess what would be the last straw one that Roy had made a comment. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Basically Joe was saying, I don't really fight my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Roy had made a comment, was like, well, what if we not friends? And then so Joe was like off camera, it was just like, man, look, that's some shit that I gotta address, because it could be some underlying things going on there that I don't know of. We could be joking on camera, but it really might be some static. Mm-hmm. So he was like, that's why I don't play like that with my friends. And I guess they were saying like I guess the dynamic of their friendship kind of been altered since, you know, they've been on the show. Just since they've been on the show in general. Like, they see each other twice a week. You know what I'm saying? They probably spend
a lot of time.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. So when you're not with your homies, you're probably not talking about what's going on, really, because you see them, and then when you see them, it's kind of like work. And he basically was saying, like, I didn't start this shit for it to feel like work. So now it seems like it's work related, and we not homies no more. So you can have something like, you know, Joe getting into his little emotional bag. He was like, I need to know how my friends feel, you know what I'm saying, as a friend. And he felt like they lost that camaraderie, and, you know what I'm saying, and little jabs was been happening over certain episodes and shit like that. So when he confronted the situation, it was you know, he told, according to what Joe said on one of the episodes, like, when I told Roy, just take an episode or two off, you know what I'm saying, like, chill out, calm down. And then Maul kind of felt the way about that. Maul was like, who the fuck you just gonna tell Roy to take off? Like, what type of shit is that? And Maul like, what? I'm not understanding what the dynamics of this relationship is anymore. Are we friends? Are we co-workers? Is blah, blah, blah. Like, you calling people up, telling them not to come in, like you on, like, the boss, when I thought we was all supposed to be equal friends. Mm-hmm. So then that was a miscommunication or misinterpreted situation. So that's what I got from when I watched the episodes. But the shit just been, I don't know, bro. I still fuck with the show, but Roy and Maul need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Even having this man Ice come through, you know what I'm saying? They reference Ice a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's not Maul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got other people, you know what I'm saying? Savon was there for one of the episodes. And like, we all know Savon to be the one that Joe just talks shit about off camera type shit. So now that he's actually having to fill in, and he has his own podcast too. One of his man, when they say Alex and all them, they got their own little shit, the Need to Know podcast or something like that. But it's not Roy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, y'all niggas. And then really the only thing y'all have been basically talking about in a sense is them not being there. So it ain't really like y'all having some topics that's very entertaining. We're just giving us the scoop as to what happened and why they not there. But yeah, this shit is Roy and Maul job. Like, you could tell, like, you know the value of them on that show, and it shows if you watch the episodes when they not there. So
yeah,
that's what I got from that. Like I said, you know, I'm a Joe Budden podcast fan.
Facts.
For sure.
Somebody's really trolling me in these comments, but I'm like, yo, I don't know what they on. They're not making sense though. So this is what I'm saying.
It's your troll karma coming to get you.
Alright, the I Got Time Today kid. You heard about him?
Nah. What happened?
So it was reported that he got killed in Colorado.
You talking about this the little white dude? Like, I got time today. Yeah. So it got reported that he got killed. But then he came out and it was like, yo, that ain't me. I still got time today, yo. You know what I'm saying? That was the joke of the other day, like shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't heard about that though. Nah, what the fuck is up with this nigga? Was it like, is there somebody that looked like him?
Yeah, it was a guy that looked like him. And then I guess the picture, and they was like, yo, they put, I don't know how the rumor got started, but somebody, you know.
And he just
like,
bust out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like that ain't me.
You know, people like that, it's hard to like really get the attention of who are you, the I got time today kid. So it's not like, you know what I mean, like not like you're constantly creating viral moments.
That was his comeback though. That was one of his little comeback. I still got time. All right, I got you. He gonna try to run that for maybe another week or so. He
probably was young at the time and was like didn't have a mindset to like, yo, I need to make an account. I need everybody to know I got time today. Boom, boom, bam. Yeah. So that was the perfect time for him to even come back out the cut. Like, yo,
I still got time.
Yeah, facts though.
I get you.
Ain't gonna do shit. A couple of these subjects I'm gonna save. You know what I'm saying? Because they timeless pieces. It's not just stuff that's of the moment.
I seen when I looked at it, some shit that I feel like you and Jesse would really get in.
Yeah, it was some argument shit for one. You know what I'm saying? One
I was like, I know this.
The hot take is NBA YoungBoy got arrested. That's another hot take. You heard about that?
Bro, you know I don't really fucking care about these people. What the fuck they got going on, bro? Fucking simple ass dude.
What'd you say?
What is simple ass dude?
I don't know. The feds caught him though. So he hit it on feet though. That was the whole thing. So they was.
Is he fast? They got video?
I don't know. I didn't see. That's a good thing. We gotta find out.
Was this nigga fast?
So yeah, they was searching for him, and I guess it's a high speed chase, and he hopped out on foot, tried to get away, got away, and then they ended up finding him, searching through the neighborhood, I guess. Or however they found him. Yeah. That was funny though.
I want to know what the fuck he did, and I do want to know if that nigga's fast.
It might actually. I think it was because of that video shoot where he got him and a bunch of people got locked up for some guns and drugs. Like a couple months ago. Yeah, it was a couple months ago. Yeah.
Bro, I really, you know what's sad, bro? I really don't be.
So my whole thing is, I wanted to talk about that. Not necessarily wanted to talk about it, but it's crazy that it's news because he's one of the biggest artists from his generation, his side of town.
He's like the highest streamed YouTube artist and shit.
I don't know how true that is.
Cause they was talking about this.
He's supposedly he's one of them.
Yeah, I was like, they say his YouTube streams is fucking ridiculous.
But he don't represent anything that I really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like he just represent like stupid shit, and I just don't. Music, bro.
Like but it's crazy. Like outside of me not giving a fuck about his music per se. I don't be paying attention to none of these niggas for real.
Nah, like, but it's crazy like he gets compared to people like Lil Durk. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean,
and they both kind of talk about the same thing, but
it's but like, Durk does it in a more receiving way. You know what I'm saying? It's that melodic shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a little easier on the ear. It kind of makes more sense. I can actually tolerate listening to it. It has a vibe. NBA YoungBoy has no vibe for me, bro. I can't play that shit in my car. You'll never hear me turn on NBA YoungBoy.
You'll play that NBA YoungBoy?
Never. Not happening, bro.
Shit. Even the man, I know you don't know nothing about this because it's an ignorant motherfucker.
I don't know nothing about shit, but what is it?
Did you hear about the city in Illinois being the first city to give black people reparations? No. If you was able to prove your ancestry before like 1933 or some shit like that, then you get I believe it's $25,000 per person.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope as shit. You gotta be a resident of Illinois for them to do that for you? Can you just?
I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
Details, nigga, like take a trip.
You gotta prove that your family was, you know, I'm sure people who are really rooted in that community and be like, yo, my great-grandmother was born here at this hospital. We've been here ever since. You feel me? So, you know, I think that was pretty cool, though.
I go out there and say, cousin!
Right.
I need 25. Work with your boy. I get your ass.
Shit, and a lot of these subjects, man, we're gonna have to wait till the boy get back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wanna argue it. You wanna argue.
Nah, it's not even that, you know what I'm saying? I wanna give y'all really time to catch up on these things, man, and send y'all links and references. We got the live stream up for thank God.
Time.
You feel me?
Nah, seriously. Whoever this is commenting that crazy shit, I want them to come back.
Yo, they giving out phone numbers and all that. I'm about to get this. I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Oh yeah? What they talking about? What they want?
Bro.
We gonna call
I don't know. It don't matter. It's funny.
We gonna call it live. Let's call it live. Let's see what they talking about. We calling you live. Let's see what you talking about. State your issue.
Hey, I'm calling.
Straight out of the basement. You alive? $1 Million Moe EZ and Marrico. What did it do?
What's up?
So you told me to call and you gonna tell me the truth?
Uh-huh. You owe me $20.
You owe $20. For what? What?
You owe me $20 from the feet pics I sent you.
Oh, you was one of them? You be asking for the pics? You one of them, Marrico? Oh, yes. I love this caller. Damn, bro. You be asking for the feet pics? That's your bag?
Nah.
Man, pay that joint for the...
Hold on. Yo, so what this got to do with the tour? We was talking about the tour earlier, and you referenced, we didn't finesse anybody. You said we did. So what was going on with that?
Finesse out of the feet pics.
I just wanted attention for my $20.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you want the $20.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Just send a cash app, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That was a good.
You owe me $20 for the feet pics. That's it.
I swear I didn't think nobody was gonna answer.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Man, we gonna call it a day, man. That was hilarious. I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Now we tuning
Million
out.
Moe EZ, Marrico, straight out the basement.
We live now. Yo, that's funny
Too
as
funny.
shit. You owe me $20.